Hello everybody, my name is Idiotic Synergy and today we're talking about Kal Jericho. Oh dear, I think this is the last bounty hunter I need to cover before they release new models for the existing bounty hunters. Yeah, Kal Jericho and Scabs. For those of you that don't know, Kal Jericho is what I would like to call the big main character of Necromunda. He's even in Necromunda Hired Gun, and if you haven't played that, I don't blame you, it's kind of mediocre. However, I really don't like his model. Either of them. I think their models are kind of wank. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the models. I mean, don't get me wrong, somebody dual wielding like kit bash las guns is quite nice to see. But I just don't like the model. It's the face, I think, that is the issue. It's more the face, if anything. However, I do like the coat. The coat is very nice, and also I like the fact that he is he is a child of Lord Helmore, but he's like the illegitimate child of Lord Helmore, so he can't ever get the big old, I would say, throne. To be fair, who the fuck wants to run Necromunda? The place is literally falling apart. It's not great. And to be fair to old Lord Helmore, he is currently in stasis, so he's technically not dead yet. Yet. Man, Lord Helmore has a really varied life. Yeah, he used to have lots of children until one of his daughters went, I want the ultimate power, and started killing his own children, and Lord Helmore didn't really give a shit, so yeah. I love Lord Helmore as a character because he's like the most stressed man in the Imperium. He has to make sure Necromunda is doing fine, but it's never doing fine. So, until recently, where he's now, in stasis, he's just been playing one giant game of Tetris. You know, like, when you play Tetris, it's like on the last 3 bits and you don't want the lines to go up any higher. That's basically what running Necromunda is like, but if it fucks up, Helmor's dead, so yeah, poor bastard, I feel sorry for him. But yeah, anyway, sorry, I've had to talk about something else because I really don't like this model. I don't even like the hair. I mean, that sounds really childish. I don't like the hair, but I don't. It looks off. The model looks off, but I do like the guns and the sword. I think it looks kind of cool in a certain angle, but I just don't like the face. And then we get onto Scabs, who, yeah, there's no excuse for Scabs looking like this. I'm sorry, but Scabs looks awful. Uh, all the promotion art for Scabs, he looks like an old man, right? Old man. And they don't look alike. One of these things isn't like the other. I don't like Scabs at all, but he could be like a really cool character. Holy shit, they're plastic. I generally thought it was resin. Wow, that's some terrible sculpting. Yeah, no, there's no excuse for his face looking like this. That's bad. Holy how do you fuck up that bad? Ha. like you have Scabs there, looks like an old man. What's that? You have this guy, haircut, looks normal-ish. What's that? Like, they don't look I really don't like it. I don't like it. It feels like those random articles you always see about McDonald's food. Where it's like, ooh, McDonald's doesn't look the same in the promotional picture. No shit. But yeah, that's just really bad. But then again, you do get two in a box. So, two bounty hunters in a box, is it worth it? I have no idea because his rules could be absolute shit. That's bad. I'm sorry, but that is horrific. Whoever sculpted Scabs should be ashamed. However, saving grace, I do like the plasma gun. That is some Necromunda bodging I have ever seen in my life. Like, look at the stock of that. It's wooden. It's wooden. It's the most bodged thing I've ever seen, and it fits because Necromunda is so scuffed. I love it. Right, let's get into the rules, shall we? Hopefully, I can do this without sneezing. And yeah, let's just get into the rules. So these are the rules for Kal Jericho. He is 340 points. Holy shit! And Scabs is 200. Right, that's a lot, innit? That really is a lot for both. Holy shit. Okay. Right. So Kal Jericho, movement 5, weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 2, strength 3, toughness 3, wounds 3. He's got 3 wounds. Initiative 2. Right. I understand why he's so pricey. Okay, ballistic skill 2, weapon skill 3. That ain't bad. Initiative 2. Yeah, you're not hitting him with any handcuffs, are you? Attacks 3. He's got 3 attacks. Okay, of course he does. Leadership 7. Cool check 5. That's slightly shit, in my opinion. I thought his cool check would be better, weirdly enough. But, you know, that's just me. Willpower 6, intelligence 6. Alright, skills, counterattack, gunfighter, inspirational, spring up, step aside. He's got 5 skills. Of course he does, because it's Kal Jericho. Counterattack, gunfighter, which allows him to dual wield his guns. Inspirational, spring up and step aside. For fuck's sake. That is, yeah. Yeah, okay, that's a lot of skills. It really is. War gear, filter plugs, flak and strip kit. That's filter plugs. Basically, it's like respirators, but you only use them once, and then that's it. They're gone. Okay. Weapons: 2 mastercrafted hotshot las pistols, custom. Long blade, same as dueling saber. So yeah, it's just like a really good sword. Precognition. Free up save, unmodifiable by AP, so he's just got a free up save. 4 up save, bonus, invulnerable against blast and template only. All that. Okay, so he's quite tough to kill. Come along, Scabs. If Scabs is also hired, if rolling for will get our bit, roll a single d6 for both. So Scabs comes with. And also, come along, Scabs. If Kal Jericho is also hired, the cost is reduced to 100 credits, so he's half price. So for both, it's 440 credits. Okay, cool. Anyway, so Scabs, movement 5, ballistic skill 3, weapon skill 5. Don't know why I did it like that. I just did. Strength, toughness 3, wounds 2, initiative 3, attacks 2, leadership 7, cool check 7, willpower 6, intelligence 7. That's quite good. Skills, clamber. Oh god, he's sprightly, he's quite fast and menacing. Escape artist and infiltrate. Oh, wonderful, so he can stealth and shoot you in the face with his fucking plasma gun and stub gun. I love the fact he's got like a little stub gun. Filter plugs and flak, and also gifted forager. In the post-battle sequence, add 1 to the seek rare equipment roll when visiting the trading post. Very nice indeed. But we need to know what his guns do, because they're special hotshot crafted las pistols. So let's get into what the guns do, and then the skills. The massive list of skills. Also, I can figure out what the long blade does, because I don't remember off by heart. Let's go. So, custom las pistol, Kal Jericho. Range 12 inches, short range 8, +1 for short range, strength 4, AP -1, damage 1, and 2 to reload. Plentiful, and mastercrafted is in question mark. Now, the reason for this is I have no idea. It might be obvious to you, but I use a really weird sort of PDF file of all the rules. However, because of the FAQ and everything, some of these rules might not be in date, which is fine because most of the time they're accurate, but when it's inaccurate, you get shit like this sometimes. So I assume it's in the question mark because they don't know whether or not they should say it's mastercrafted or just leave it as custom. But that's just me. I don't really know. The reason I use this PDF file is because I ain't made out of money. I can't afford the massive amount of books it takes to know all the rules, and this helps me a lot, and it's nice and it's free, and it's really useful if you want to run campaigns as well with friends. So I use it for that as well. Basically, if you want to test stuff out, you can load this up and then boom, you're done. It's quite nice to test out bounty hunters and make sure you're doing everything right, but there's always the issue of it being out of date, so yeah, that's also another issue. However, it works for me, it works fine, and usually if I'm wrong, someone will let me know it in the comments down below, for that is my purpose. And let me see if I can find the long blade. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. Fuck. So, the long blade, it's +1 to hit, strength for the user, AP -2, damage 1 with parry. Was it worth this jump cut? No, not really. However, it does mean he gets to hit on 2s with his sword. So he shoots and hits on 2s with his sword. That is really sodding good. And I'm going to have to show you the rules. So, not rules, skills. I've already shown you the rules. Why would I have to show you the skills as well? So, let's get into the skills, because there's a lot of them to go through. There's an actual lot of them to go through. Well, there's 5. Technically 8, because Scabs. So, let's just jump into it. So, skills. We're starting with agility first, because there's a lot of them, and this is the first one I saw. So, clamber. When climbing vertical distances, the move is not halved. That skill is incredibly underrated in my opinion. If you have a unit that can move really fast and you give it clamber, you can just shoot up buildings like they're nothing. It is terrifying. There is nothing scarier than, a chaos spawn all of a sudden arriving on top of a building like it's nothing and then just going, yeah, what are you gonna do? Because there's not a lot you can do. You can just pray and hope that something takes it out before it charges. It's menacing. Also, I'm never sure on this, but because of clamber, doesn't that mean you can charge? Because a charge is your movement plus D3, and because your move is not halved, does that mean you can just charge up like it's normal? But I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me. I don't know if you can or not, where you can just charge. Like, you can just climb, which is normal, and then just charge. I'm not sure. Spring up, if pinned when activated past an initiative test, your initiative is 2 with Kal Jericho, so that's fine, you are passing. Yeah, you are just passing. You get to make a free stand-up basic action. And that ability, again, is quite good, because if you're pinned, and then it's your turn, usually you can't get up then charge, but with Spring Up, you can get up, and then you can just charge in like some sort of psychopath. It's really terrifying. Yeah. And also sort of nullifies concussion a little bit, because it's like, oh no, you concussed me. Free stand up, what are you gonna do now? Yeah, it's though concussion's like -1 to your to pin to your initiative. I think it needs seismic to be like a auto pin, and I can't remember off the top of my head, because I don't have my concussion rules near me. Anyway, counter attack is +1 to the attack when making reaction attacks. for each attacker's attacks that failed to hit, whatever reason, parry, missed, etc. That one's really horrible because because if you're fighting against someone and they rolled like all ones, then that's 3 extra attacks that you get in reaction attacks, son. And that's terrifying because you can be like, lol, you're dead. Especially if you've got a chainsword as well, because you just blend that person into like a nice fine paste. The other ability, let's see here, gunfire. I had to take a photo because I can't remember all of them off by heart. I ain't that good. Step aside, actually, is a skill. Oh, and infiltrate. And escape artist for Scabs. We'll get into them in a minute. So, step aside. If hitting close combat, pass an initiative test to avoid the hit. Can only be used once per enemy in each round of close combat. If the enemy makes more than one attack, only one attempt can be made to step aside. And yeah, that basically means that if you're fighting enforcers and an enforcer finally hits you, you can be like, no son, and just deny it. It's really annoying. It is really annoying, that one. I've been the victim of it. It's like, yay, I finally killed someone with a stun baton. No, step aside. Oh, fuck off. That's how it feels. So, Scabs skills. Escape Artist. Add 2 to the initiative test when making a retreat action. If captured and equipped with a skin blade, add 1 to the result of the dice roll to see if they can escape. That one's kind of useless / useful. It's very situational, that one. And infiltrate. I like infiltrate. This skill is quite useful. You can basically deploy it anywhere within outside 6 inches and out of line of sight. So half the time, if somebody knows that you're infiltrating, you will have your opponent deploy in such a way where they got every angle covered, so you can't do an easy charge, and yeah, that is really horrible. Unless you hide behind the building, of course, then you can just be like, haha, guess what? Ooh! You can just charge in. Leadership, inspirational. If a friendly model within 6 inches fails a cool check, pass a leadership test to treat the original cool test as passed. Very nice, kind of useful, depending on the situation. That's, again, quite situational, however, that can help. And did I cover everything for Scabs? Clamber, Escape Artist, and Infiltrate. So, I guess the final one that we need to have a look at is Gunfighter. And you ignore the -1 modifier when shooting with 2 sidearms, and each sidearm can target a separate enemy. That's it. That's it. There is nothing else to say. And yeah, that's all I have to say, really. I recommend these bounty hunters? Only if the campaign gives you 3 bounty hunters. Because if not, save your credits. Save your credits. Buy other gangers. And it depends what gang you're playing as well. But honestly, if you can get them for free, they're pretty cool. I mean, they're not bad. They're not... I mean, Kal Jericho on his own is pretty good. But Scabs has his uses. I think that's fair to say. Scabs does have his uses. And yeah, that's it really. I've been Idiotic Synergy. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I will see you later. Remember, take care, stay safe, and look after each other. Bye for now. And I think that's it for bounty hunters. I think I'm done with every single one until a new model comes out. So that's it. See you later. I hope you enjoyed my Necromunda series. Now I get to talk more about the gangs, which I'll do anyway. So woo!